Yeah. Well, if you play people who are always like way better than you, then even if you do something right, they're not likely going to execute it as well. So you're probably going to lose anyway. So you might leave that game thinking something good is actually something
You still
bad.
there?
Yeah, we're here.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, the only person besides Dom that plays you consistently is me, and I think that I mean, I want to actually encourage the other players in the channel to play you more and to play Nom more and to play Rag more, and I think that will help their game. I mean, because you notice things, they can save the replays, they can check it out, see. I mean, that's a big part of it. Is going back and watching those replays and seeing where you were doing something, or Nom or Rag were doing something that basically beat them in the game, and what led up to that and that sort of thing. It does help. I mean, like I said, you learn more from that sort of thing than you ever learn from winning versus some bronze guy on ladder who masses up or tries to go one base battle cruiser Thor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I sent Joe and Soup a replay of TVZ strategy that I absolutely love right now. One barracks, one factory, blocking off your ramp with enough space for Marines to get through, and then throwing up two more barracks and getting Marauders out of those two barracks,
Of course.
Hellions out of the factory, and Marines out of the other barracks at your entrance. And if they fast expand, if Zerg fast expands at 15 or 14 food, it's almost like an auto win type thing. If you see that and they're going roach, they're pretty much automatically dead. Like, even I've been beating like diamond Zergs, like pretty high rank Zergs, and they're just getting rolled over with it. And if they go Ling Baneling, you just want to expand and wait for Blue Flame, and it's just kind of all about engagement. There's like no way they can win. I love it. So, but anyways, the point of the story was I sent that to Joe and Soup, and Joe watched it, and his first thing was like, well, can this hold off like 7 Roach Rush? And I was like, I didn't even think of that because I hadn't seen it in like so long against me. Like, just those kind of weird strategies you don't see. And yeah, that's the end of my story.
Nice. Well, I'm excited for the next tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, and I was just going to start talking about that. So if we can do any number of things, whatever anybody wants to do, we can kind of keep the current seeds. So if Doctor does not participate, that would bump Kook up to first seed. And then the fifth or 4-way tie between fifth, I would just say we just kind of randomly draw for the seeds there, the bottom shit of the pile. And then that would leave space for one more, for sure, participant like Rag or Sneaky One or whoever else wants to play. And if we get enough, we can really try to get up to that 16-man. Or we can just make arrangements like to have another weird fucking buy. But if we get like 10 people, I'll drop out too, or whatever. I wouldn't mind watching and shit like that. But I'd really like to just have 8 or 16. What were you guys thinking?
Well, the only thing I was thinking that I mean, I know, like, well, as Doctor said earlier, he thinking about maybe sitting out and that sort of thing, and he said you wouldn't mind sitting out if it was a matter of making the tournament even. I think a better idea than that is to, if there's some way that we can incorporate a losers bracket into it, kind of like the MLG had. Obviously, that was a much bigger production than we're doing, but I think that would give everyone a second chance and make it a little bit more. Where it's not, where you guys don't feel bad about knocking people out, or, I mean, obviously you're pretty safe in that nom, judging by the last tournament, but, where people don't feel bad about knocking other people out, but it gives people another chance to, to move up in the, along the tournament or whatever, and having our shot at it.
And actually, that's kind of a good idea. Like, the first 8 that join, they'd have a spot in, like, the quote-unquote winners bracket. And anybody after that would be put in the losers bracket, and depending on how many there are, I just kind of I don't know how this is gonna work out, but then they'd kind of have to like fight their way, longer to get to the finals. That wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
That way it'd be a little bit more scalable depending on how many people show up on the day and everything else. If you're part of the established, the seedings or whatever, then great. If not, then you can be part of the, open or the second part of the tournament, basically.
Doctor, what do you think?
We'd have to work it out carefully because if we would need to be able to be flexible as to who will come in at what point and where they would start.
Oh yeah, I'm flexible. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be I mean, obviously, if they showed up 4 hours after the tournament started and half the open games, or half the losers bracket games are even played, they wouldn't be able to play. I mean, this is just for people that showed up on the day and were on time, but hadn't necessarily said they wanted to be a part of it before. And it could be, kind of calculated on the spot who's playing who by, random draw or however we want to do it. But, once the tournament starts and nobody's jumping in or jumping out at that point.
And what I wanted to do with the maps for this second tournament was just randomly draw the maps in a row, the 1v1 ladder maps, and just make a list of them all, like 1 through 8. And the first map would be a universal map used like for all of round 1. That would be the first map. And then the loser in the series would get to choose the next map. And we're still going to have downvoting and shit, so that way, let's say somebody downvotes the first map, it would just go bump down to the next one until it was a map that was not downvoted. What do you guys like that idea? You don't like that idea?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's good.
And then the next
like
round... Sorry, what was that?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, and then the next round, like round 2, we just go down the list, like the next map down the list or whatever.
Sounds like a great plan. No complaints.
Yeah, well, what if the first map is chosen as a downvoted?
That's what I mean. Like, since I'd already have them all kind of randomly picked in an order, we just keep going down the list until it landed on a map that both players had not downvoted. So if the first map was Shattered Temple and it was me versus you, and we both had Shattered Temple downvoted, we'd go down to the next map on the list, and that would be our first map.
Yeah, but I'm not playing.
No, shut up. You know what I mean as an example. God damn it. And yeah, I don't know. I think this could be almost like anyone's tournament. Like literally anybody that played in the last one, I could see any of them like practicing for a week. And I mean, I am terrible against early aggression too. Like so even if I did beat Doctor, I might have lost the next round just to some weird ass shit that I hadn't seen in a while. So yeah, I don't know if people have like the perception that like, oh, I'm gonna win it now, like since Doctor's out of it. But I wouldn't really bet on me that much. Kook, I think, beats me almost half the time now when we're both playing our normal builds. So I think it could be anybody's tournament.
I know Scooch has beaten me before. I know Angel's beaten me before. Don beats me a lot. So really, I'm not.
Hey, you might want to unplug your mic.
Yeah, I think you need to reset your mic.
You were bullshitting so much. It's like, okay, we're gonna fucking mute Doctor.
Hey. Do I really sound like Steven Hawking?
Yes.
Fuck.
It sounds like you're speaking through one of those like dust covers or whatever, and you're underwater at the same time.
Well, I guess I'm gonna shut up my sandwich.
Might want to try logging and logging back in. I don't know.
Well, we're about wrapped here anyways. I think Doctor's just trying to say some stupid ass shit about people beating him once every 100 years. And then, yeah.
200.
Yeah, there we go. Anyways, I had a great time the first tournament. I want to keep doing this every 2 weeks, and then this weekend, just kind of whoever wants to show up Saturday or Sunday. I was thinking we could just have like a little 4-person tourney with everybody who wants to watch or cast or just kind of shit around, just practice and try weird shit. I really like tournament games. I like kind of like the mind games you can play with each other, and everybody who watches is really focused more than normal. They, it's kind of like on the edge of your seat type shit.
I like playing anyone. I really don't care. Well, except for Flanagan. I won't play him. He's a dick.
And Dark.
And Dark, yeah, he sucks.
Dark, if there's 15 people and you have not been invited, you're still not going to be invited.
The 16th person will be a medium-ranked computer AI player before you.
Yep.
I'm kidding, Dark. You're invited.
So we opened this video with shitting on Dark. We're going to end it with shitting on Dark.
Actually, I
think
got one
it's
more
a good
thing.
day.
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm going to screw it up for us all. I did find 2 really cool tips this week. One was for players who are moving around a lot with their main army, if you rally all your bunkers or robos or hatcheries or whatever to multiple units in your army, even if one of those guys gets killed or 3 of them or 4 of them, your guys will still keep streaming to your primary army. So you just do that by shift clicking and rallying to your army. So shift click on 5 or 6 different guys. That's one of them. The other one is when you have let's say you move your probe to, let's say I'm attacking Dom, it's the beginning of the game, I send my scout out, and I see his guy building a barracks.
Bastard.
Well, every time his guy every time his SCV moves from one side of the barracks to the other, my guy stops attacking. If you shift click on that SCV repeatedly, even if he moves, your guy will go and find him again and keep attacking him. So you don't have that moment where you're switching back to your base to macro up more, to make more probes, trying to switch back to your scouting probe to make him attack again. If you shift click repeatedly, he will continuously follow him around whatever building he's making and keep attacking it. I believe that works for any race, so it's kind of a good thing to know.
Yeah, I really like that shift click rally. Like for early aggression, whenever I try to do that, I'm using that all the time now. It helps out a ton.
We did see that in the first game of the Cooch versus Paradox series. I did comment on that on the YouTube cast.
Yep.
I think that was right after I learned it, so I was all excited, like, oh, I should go ahead and do that. That makes sense.
Well, alright, just in closing, the second OBTL, God, we should fucking shorten that to like OTL or some shit, but anyways, fucking OBTL2 will be April 22nd, around same time, 7 Central. It's a Friday, gonna try to do Friday through Sunday again, but just kind of whoever shows up and however many people show up, we'll kind of just play it by ear, but yeah, that's about it. Anything you guys want to say in closing?
Dark can suck a dick.
Just
I think
not mine.
I think that's a really, really good closing there. Dark, we love you, man. And peace, dudes.
Well, actually, I have a little update on that. Dark found League of Legends, and he is all about it. He did pop in the channel to let everyone know that he's done with SC2 probably, because League of Legends obviously completely outclasses SC2, and he'll be playing that from now on. And I haven't seen him since, so...
Alright. Doctor, anything? Anything other than suck a dick, Dark?
No, I'm good.
TSL this weekend. Make sure to watch it if you're on the channel. I'm sure we'll all be in there chatting about it, so it's good stuff.
Alrighty. We'll see you guys all April 22nd. Later.